we've got to win, and you've got daft pundits coming out saying, "Oh, you got to do that. Oh, you got to do this." They don't like Steve Bruce because of this. They don't like Steve Bruce because of that. However, right, Sam has done a fantastic article up on NewcastleFansTV.com. Shall we have a little look at it? Yeah, let's have a little look at it, Mr. Mullen. I'll get you some attention. So this is Sam's article. We put a few articles out every couple of weeks, and Sam goes on to speak about pundits, how they don't know about the football club, and Jake Humphrey and Henry Winter, the likes they do. And it's a good read. Get yourself onto it. We've got loads and loads of articles which are on there. I've done one about playing 4 at the back, playing 5 at the back. So if you want to have a look at our website, it's up on there. Mine's there, Kieran Clark. So have a look at that. There's a couple of international fans falling in love with Newcastle and what have you, right? But let's get back to the video tonight. Let's have a look at what you say in the comments before we actually crack on. We are sponsored by Manscaped as well. There is massive 20% off any of your orders on the website. You've seen the banners. Have a look at it. Right, we want Shearer for the job, says Lucas. Well, Shearer's a legend. We've had him on the channel not so long ago. It was only like literally 10 days or so. Shearer will not come back under Mike Ashley, unfortunately. It's just the way it is as well. I should have been sacked when we drew against Fulham with 10 men. Only 4 wins needed, I think, as well. Hi, Lee. How are you? How's things, Jonathan? Not bad. Not bad. Been putting this video together for the last couple of hours with all the graphics. So if you can help us out, Jonathan, by hitting that like, that'd be much appreciated. And I've also put them all out on the socials as well. Busy lads. So thank you for that. It's time for change with a lot of them with the club, Lee. Says Rob. Nice to see you tonight, Rob. Paul is speaking to other people in the chat as well. And there's Martin. Martin's doing the work for us in the comments. Fantastic. As ever, Martin. Martin's a moderator. So if you say some nice stuff, he'll be nice to you. If you say some nasty stuff, he'll kick you. Martin's got the power in the live chat. Obviously, I'm showing you comments, of course. Right, let's crack on with it because I wanted to go through this tonight. And I wonder if the lads will pick this up when they're on later on and then we can mention this. We've got to bring up the league table first of all. This league table was just before Southampton played. So you've just got to add on an extra fixture for Southampton and obviously Brighton and so on. So Southampton and Brighton, apologies. Right. But the points are still the same. So looking at that, right, Fulham are gaining momentum and closing the gap. I mean, we were sitting here 10 days ago thinking 10 points. Yeah, we're safe. We're fine. Got nothing to worry about. But look at it now. It's 3 points in a worse goal difference. And then thankfully Brighton got beat, luckily by Palace. Was it Palace? I think it was Palace. I might be wrong on that. It was last minute winner. To keep them right down in there with us. Burnley are still amongst us. Obviously Palace have gone away. And Southampton. So I personally think, even though Southampton got beat the neat, I think Southampton can pick up 2 wins from the next 13 games. I think they will. I don't think it's going to be Southampton. I personally think it's Burnley down. And I think West Brom and Sheffield United are gone. So it's Burnley, Brighton, Newcastle or Fulham for the last place. And I would probably say Burnley probably only need 2 more wins as well, and they're safe, right? And we're going to look at the fixtures in a second because a lot of these teams, a couple of these teams, have top teams coming up very shortly, whereas some of them are playing teams around them, notably us and notably Brighton as well, right? Let's have a look at what he's actually saying in the comments. Let's quickly put some of them on before we move on. If we lose to West Brom, we're in big trouble, says Thomas. We've got to win that game as well. What's wrong with Andy Carroll in Wilson's absence? We have 3 speedy number 10s, wingers, ASM, Almira and Fraser. Look, that's just one thing that you can get on about Steve Bruce. Oh, well, the football's got better. I'm seeing signs. Fucking hell. We've been seeing signs. Fucking seeing signs. Punch him in the head, you'll see some signs. But, I don't want to come on and gan on because Steve Bruce is the bloke, of course. I just said I want to punch him as well. I'm a hypocrite. But what I mean, we're not going to target Steve Bruce. That's not the aim of the video. I think now it's us as fans. We have to have change. We've got to have change. He's a crap football manager. And if he takes that to heart about his personality, then so be it. I'll say that he's shite. He's absolutely crap. It reminds me of McLaren. And that was toxic enough. And then Benitez came and couldn't save. As a manager, this job is too big for him. And Newcastle's not the biggest job in the Premier League. It's probably not in the top 10 biggest jobs because we're so far doing new, and Mike Ashley's made Wigan that way. Before Ashley came in, we were bigger. We were bigger than Spurs. We were bigger than Manchester City. We were in Europe often. Honestly, man. Good point there. Salvatron. Good name. I like it. Half robot. 18 losses in the last 30 games. Says it all. Let's move on because I've went on a little bit of a ramble. This is the Toon's next fixtures, right? And that's why I think these are massive. Wolves at home, West Brom away, Villa at home, Brighton away. The two standouts, of course, is West Brom and Brighton away. Now, it's easy saying it on paper, we should be getting points, we should. And look, we're all Toon fans, but we never expect, because you never know what Toon side's going to turn up with Steve Bruce. But yes, I have said on this channel that football is better, and I have said recently that if we continue to play better, results should come. But I've just thought the last 24, 48 hours, again, and I'm jumping the gun because we'll come up to Shearer and Benitez later, I just want him out, even if the football gets better, because it's getting nearer and nearer to the time now where we need wins. And these 4 fixtures for me determine our season. It's as simple as that, because after the Brighton game, we've then got Spurs away. And I think there's an international break coming up as well after Brighton, and Callum Wilson should be back ready for the running. I just think going into the last game against Fulham, we've got to be 4 points ahead of them, because they've got a better goal difference. And we're playing Fulham away from end of the season. And obviously, you've probably seen the Boris Johnson announcement that fans potentially might be allowed in, 5,000, 10,000 allowed into grounds. I mean, we didn't want Fulham fans in there last game of the season, them having a bit of the extra man and what have you. Let's have a look at Burnley. Right, Burnley are still in it. Burnley, I feel, have got the toughest 4 fixtures coming up. Look at that. Spurs, yes, Spurs are indifferent in a minute, but I think Spurs will come back and we'll start winning games. Leicester, Arsenal, Everton. On paper, that's really, really tough. That's the hardest 4 fixtures. And that's why I keep saying the next 4 fixtures for the Toon are massive. Because look at them fixtures. How many points would you say Burnley are going to get out of them? I'll probably say off the top of your head, maybe 3, if they're lucky. 4 to push. Newcastle have got to start getting more points than other teams around them before we start playing the big boys. That's a tough run for Burnley. Yes, I know they're on 28 points, and I did say a little bit early on, I think 2 wins will keep them up, but at least put a bit of pressure on the teams just slightly above you. Have a look at Brighton. Brighton's the one who are a little bit in free fall. I've got some stats on Brighton coming up shortly. Brighton have a massive game. This weekend, I want West Brom to win. And now West Brom will probably close the gap a little bit. Didn't want to draw. We've got to keep Brighton right in amongst it. For me, I want a West Brom win this weekend. I'm all for it. Big Sam Allardyce, Meatloaf, get that win. Get it. Keep Brighton in there. Then, look, they've got Leicester. They're not going to get out from Leicester. You wouldn't have thought so. Southampton, South Coast, Derby. I know they don't like saying that because they're not actually near each other. But the media like that. And then the big one is against us. So they'll be looking at themselves because they've got a couple of easy fixtures like us. We've got West Brom, we've got Brighton, whereas Brighton have got West Brom and they've got us. So 2 similar fixtures for them. Those 2 games, they'll be circling, possibly even Southampton thinking, do you know what? There's a possibility of getting 7 points from those 4 games, really, for Brighton fans. But Brighton are not on a great run at the moment. And then I want to have a look at Fulham because Fulham is the scary one because they're literally breathing down our necks currently at the moment. I'm just waiting to put that graphic on. Where have I just put it? There we go. If we have a look at Fulham's fixtures now, and this is the side I'm worried about. I am worried about it. Imagine if an ex-captain said we're doing. Scott Parker's side are picking up points. A lot of draws, and now they're starting to pick up wins. Palace away. Local derby, London derby, and again, another London derby, Spurs, Liverpool away, Manchester. They're not getting out from Man City. They might be lucky to get anything from Liverpool. I doubt it. So 4 points maybe from Fulham, realistically, they'll probably look at. If they want to say 6 is a push. But realistically, I think 4 points from 4 games will keep Fulham in and around us. But I don't want that to be us. We've got to start winning and let that other team be Brighton. Let Fulham catch Brighton. Let's pull away. And that's why it is important right now to sack Steve Bruce. I didn't want Steve Bruce continuing on as manager. The more and more I thought about it, the last 48 hours, the more I thought about history repeating itself. Because if you remember, when that season went down, when we had 4 managers and Shearer came in, we all thought Shearer's going to do the business, he's going to keep up. But the amount of shit that was going on behind the scenes and Joey Barton's reckless stuff at Anfield getting sent off for no reason, it was tough for Alan Shearer. And then the other time, Rafa Benitez came in. And funny enough, because we were in 19th position when Rafa came in, if we start the season when Rafa came in, we would have finished 9th. That's how so much of a good job Rafa did when he come in. But the appointments were too late in the season. So it's not an agenda against Steve Bruce. It's his ability as a football manager. It's not good enough for us as Toon fans. He has to go. And surely Mike Ashley and Lee Charnley want to keep money coming into the club because, let's face it, it's a nice cash flow for Ashley. That's all we are. And surely if he sees us drop into the Championship, that's less money. And if he really wants to sell the club, he's not going to get anywhere near probably half the value. It'll cut down to 150 million if we're in the Championship. He's not going to get anywhere near the investment that he's hoping for. And now in the background, there's all this takeover. Is it going on? What's going to happen to the Premier League? Is it coming back? Rafa's linked, all that. They're all rumours. Let's deal with facts at the moment, as Rafa would say, funny enough. At the moment, we're 3 points above the relegation zone. Our form is appalling at the moment. Have a look at this graphic. This is our relegation rivals around with. And what I've done, I haven't done it over 5 games, 6 games to make every team look better. I've done it 10 or more games for form-wise. Because you can play around with form. I've done it 10 or more games. So Burnley have won 4 out of the last 10 games in all competitions. So they've won 3 out of 9, I think, in the league and 1 in the FA Cup. That's a pretty good run of form. And they've got a couple of draws in there. That'll keep them up, that kind of form. Brighton are on a bit of a slump. Brighton have only won 4 out of 19 in all competitions. But look at us. Look where the Toon are. Newcastle have only won 2. 2 out of 16 games. 11 of them were straight where we didn't win anything. That is a sackable offence in the modern day football. How is he hanging on to his job? The golden question will be, who do you want in, Lee? At the minute, I didn't fucking care who comes in. I more care about Steve Bruce out the door. That's what I care about. If that means Graham Jones comes in, so be it. I'll take fucking Graham Jones for the end of the season. I'll take fucking Stephen Clements. I'll take Steve Harper. Any fucker that's not Steve Bruce until the rest of the season. Fucking hell, the way we are playing, yes, it's better, but it's still nowhere near enough. We've got to start picking up points. And then there'll be skeptics out there that have just said we've just played Man United and Chelsea. Come on, Lee. Yes, that's gone now. Next 4 games, get rid of the manager, bring somebody in, whether it's takeover. I've got fucking takeover on the brain now. Or whether it's a temporary role for Graham Jones or what have you, it's now. It will have to act now. Change it now. Because if we go 4 games, right, we're into fucking March, April time after those games, into the 30s barrier, where we're starting to play 29, 30 games throughout the season. And history again tells you, Shearer came in, unfortunately couldn't keep us up. Rafa came in, couldn't keep us up. It was too late. It was far too late. But the stat at the bottom, look at that one. Fulham have lost only 3 in the Premier League in the last 14. Yes, a lot of them are draws. A lot of them are. But they are right at the backside now. And a better goal difference. A much better goal difference. If it comes down to the end of that season, that we have to go to Craven Cottage and win, I've got no confidence. I've got no confidence in winning. We've got to be 4 points above Fulham. We've got to. And we've got to act now, because I didn't want to go through, and you didn't want to go through relegation all over again. Fuck me. And then I was nearly bubbling, because I started the channel off when we that season when it went down. I was against the whiteboard, fucking nearly crying my eyes out, man. Fucking devastated. I'm sure everyone reacts differently. Didn't want that again, man. Didn't want that. We've got to act now. We've got to act. Let's come at your comments. Alan says, the first time in 67 years of supporting the Toon, I've turned off the TV during the second half against Man United, says Alan. And do you know what it is? That is so tough for a Newcastle fan to do, because I can't do that. I cannot let go yet. And if you turn the match off, fair play to you. I'm not one going, oh, you're not a true fan, all that bollocks. If you can't sit there and put yourself through the torture, fair enough. I can't do that. I can't let the mantle go. I've got to watch Newcastle. I'll sit there for fucking 90 minutes and fucking see where. It's tough. It's so tough. It's like you're in fucking love with the enemy, man. It's tough at the moment. It's really, really tough. First time I went down, I was crying. Cheers, David. First time I ever cried at a football game. And Johnny's going to laugh in the comments and say it was Spurs away. It wasn't Spurs away when we won. It was when we got put out World Cup 98 when David Batty missed the penalty. Obviously, he was a team player, wasn't he? Fucking hell. Nearly broke me fucking heart that night. There he is, Mr. Greenwood in the comments there. Let's be honest, Bruce hasn't got the heart for the fight. Yeah, totally agree. Liam's just went on to say, I didn't even watch the Man United game. I don't watch to watch another game. But we all say that. We will all tune in. Do you know why? It's the hope. It's the hope that'll kill you. You go into the game hoping, and then it fucking stabs you. It proper stabs you in the heart. So Newcastle go and get Eddie Howe and sack Bruce now. Take it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I'm just petrified the next 4 games. That's why I've acted now, changed my mind and thought, we're playing better. Nah, not for me. I was totally different on the weekend, thinking I said Johnny after the last word, I said, you know what, if we play like that, we'll start winning games. I've switched. I want him gone. I think we'll have to act now because we're in that panic station mode where we've got like 12, 13 games. Do it now, not 8 games, not 7 games, because some managers don't have enough time to sort the shit out. Some might get away with it. Rafa might have if he had an extra game. What about next season if we stay up, says Keith? Well, I just hope it's not Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce has got, 18 months left on his deal? If we do stay up, or whether we're going doing, the problem is, right, the worry is that we go down, right, ironically, we've got a championship manager in the championship. And they're not, do you know what my logic is? If we can do and there's a championship manager, he's already fit, he's already there. They'll both go, he's a championship manager, you'll get back up, no bother. No, we've got you cannot open contract talks with Steve Bruce. Get him out. And he's just not. Hammers fans United. Let's see what a West Ham fan is saying. I'll state the obvious and say Fulham will overtake Newcastle as things stand. So I think you guys have to make a change ASAP. Hence why I think, again, and I'm going to keep saying it, you're going to get bored of me saying it, the next 4 fixtures determine our season. You're going to hear me say it all week. All week. Watch-alongs. Last word, I will be saying it because it's true. I'm coming to Shearer and Benitez very, very shortly as well. Another West Ham fan. I'm a West Ham fan and hope Newcastle can sack Bruce and get a better manager in. Newcastle need to be in the Prem. Too big of a club to go down. The thing is with West Ham and Newcastle, both clubs have had shocking ownerships, passionate fan base, very similar. It's like a north-south, polar opposites. Well, not opposites, but polar exactly the same. The fans in the stadium would have gone months ago. I've just missed that comment as well, says Andy. Sam says Graham Jones is not the answer. Sam, come on video then. Tell us who. Come on video. You're ready. Come in. Tell us who's the manager that you want to see in right now. Because I'll take Graham Jones. I'll take him right now for the end of the season. Fuck Steve Bruce. Get him out. Fucking hell. Get him out. Get him out. Get Ben Dawson. Get Ben Dawson. I don't care. He has to go. It can only get better if Steve Bruce leaves our football club. Fucking hell. Anybody, caretaker, get the fucking tea lady gun. Fuck me. Nah. And our Graham Jones isn't the answer. Don't get me wrong. But I'd rather have him than Steve Bruce. Any day of the week. Any day of the week for me. Roberto Martinez is an interesting one. Look at Steve Bruce's record. 25 games this season. Won 7. Drawn 4. Lost 14. 26 goals. We're only scoring just over a goal a game. And our defence is extremely leaky with 43. Position 17th. Now, a reason why I've brought the stats up for that is because that leads me nicely on to Rafa Benitez and Alan Shearer when we brought them in. Now, we've played 25 games. We've got 13 games, right? That's, for me, enough time for somebody to have a caretaker. I keep saying takeover. Fucking hell, a caretaker role or a permanent manager to come in right now. Not 7-8 games. Nah, I can't. So, when you remember when we went down, we had Joe Kinnear, Chris Hughton. We had fucking 4 managers that season, didn't we? It was an absolute joke. And we went down and Shearer came in, right? So Shearer was appointed April 1st, ironically, April Fool's Day. That's far too gone in the season. History tells you that. April the 1st, he only had 8 games, only the 1 win, which is against Middlesbrough, a couple of draws, 5 defeats. One of them should have not been a defeat because Howard Webb disallowed a goal. We would have stayed up, but we can all say ifs and buts. It happened. And when Shearer took over, we were 18th, and I think we finished 18th as well. And we went down on a horrible day, own goal. It was away to Aston Villa, sorry, because Hull stayed up and sub on the time with all the villains and all that taking the piss out of her. That was gut wrenching. That was really, really tough for any new. That was my first ever relegation as a fan because that was the first time in nearly 30 years that I've been supporting the club, and that was a real, real tough day. But what I'm trying to get at is the club were trying to bring in a hero, but it was too late. And obviously the shafted Shearer, we know the story about Shearer's bar getting renamed and shit all over him and put the stadium at the side, which is a fucking disgrace, by the way. It should be in the fucking centre, in the heart, where Bobby is. It should be alongside Bobby Robson. And just while we're on the fact, going off topic, because this is going to get me going as well, Joe Harvey should not have a little fucking plaque. Joe Harvey should have a fucking statue. Joe Harvey's the most successful manager ever in our history, and he gets a little fucking plaque next to the club shop. Fuck off. Fuck right off. He's won us FA Cups in the 50s. Won us our last trophy, the Old UEFA Cup. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. I'm on one the neat. Benitez. So Benitez, as I said earlier on in the video, when the league started, when he came in, we would have finished 9th, which is a hell of an achievement. Appointed March the 11th. So March the 11th from today's date, it's only 2 weeks away. And that still wasn't enough to keep us up. You came in at 19th, but look at the wins, 3 and drawn 4 and lost 3. That's actually a pretty good record. If that is in any, so if we start the season off next season with 13 points, that's pretty decent. 13 points with 10 games for Newcastle standards. That'll probably have you, funny enough, well, I just said about 9th place. But the problem is, obviously, Benitez came in too late, and obviously we didn't kick in. We obviously got beat at Leicester. We got the draw at Sunderland, and then I got a couple of defeats. I think the Norwich one killed me, that defeat away at Norwich. But then we went 6 unbeaten, but it was too late. We brought him in too late, and that's why I'm worried now, because we've gone on. We've seen loads of people, fans on Twitter, even journalists, national pundits, people like Jake Humphries saying, Newcastle fans only want hope. It's awful. It's awful being a Toon fan. And yes, I know, and I keep saying we are playing better because neutral fans will say, "Oh, you're playing well of late," and all that shit. But I'm worried. I'm worried that we're going to do, and we cannot do fuck all about it. That's the problem. It's like my hands are tied, and we can't do nothing about it. But sit there and just watch it all unfold, because we can't voice with things in the state. We can't voice with voice in the stadium. You get in protest, you get arrested, you get a fine. At the moment, I mean, that may change, depending, because obviously Boris Johnson has said we might come out of lockdown, which we are phasing out. So maybe, look, I'm not one for protesting and gallivanting and all that. If you want to protest, great and all that, but I'm joking on there. But in fact, I could see that happening, actually. I really could. I could see that being organised, but I'm worried. And I think I've joined Adam on that list now. I think me and Adam from the channel are probably the most two worried at the moment. The more I thought about it, the more about Shearer, more about Benitez, that acted too late. And Benitez only came in 2 weeks from now, back in 2016. Oh, Matthew. Newcastle playing much better. Just can't seem to get that final ball right. Yeah, look, we are missing Callum Wilson, but Callum Wilson shouldn't be the reason why we stay up. Seems that Bruce thinks we're not in a relegation battle. Yeah, he's confident that we're going to be safe. Yeah, Sam and Miggy will leave. Yeah, if we're going to do them, we'll leave. And I speaking of ESM, there he is there. It wouldn't be... ESM needs to... I know he scored against Man U, but ESM needs to step up and be the man now. And along with Miggy. Miggy's been doing that last couple of games, few games as well. Neil said, I'm convinced we'll go down. It's too late to make a change as well. And Jason Tyndall is the ideal appointment. Do you reckon, Adrian? He didn't do that good. I know Bournemouth were in the playoffs, the championship, but Eddie Howe's assistant, but was sacked at Bournemouth despite him playing some beautiful football. Could work with Graham Jones. Look, if it means Steve Bruce out, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say. Chris, Lee Boy as manager, exactly the same as you. Do you know what I'm going to say? Does that mean Steve Bruce leaves? Do you know what I mean? Imagine Rafa with this team, says Asher. Yeah. Steve Bruce is like, yes, Rondon Perez left. But overall, Bruce has got a better squad, probably by a couple of players, but not huge amounts. ASM and Wilson. Nigel Pearson. Unfortunately, Keith Hayes at Bristol City now. And Bruce's arrogance is disturbingly. In a Fulham win on Saturday and we lose, we're in the bottom 3. I think Fulham play after us because I think Fulham plays Sunday, because we play Saturday night, don't we? But yeah, we could be in the bottom 3. Keep it up, Lee. Thank you very much, mate. I'm just frustrated. Mini Tune over on Twitch. Thank you very much, mate. We are growing with Twitch channels. So if you're not following us on Twitch, get over there because this is live on Twitch as well. I think we'll go down for the 3rd time. Why does support this team now? It's killing us, and it's absolutely killing us as well. Come and be a premium member for the extra videos, free giveaways for members, behind the scenes videos. Martin's doing the graft. Yeah, there is a join button underneath where there's videos. Members would have seen me take the piss out of Sam because we messed up on an Alan Shearer interview, which the public didn't see. Good banter, not like calling them out. It was just Mickey taking all the way through. And we've got another one about a channel update as well for the members. And the next day or two, you'll get that from me as well. But what is coming up? We have our influencer video tomorrow. Me, Carl, and Kendall Rowan is coming on. So big shout out to Kendall. She's going to be coming on about Newcastle and her aspirations as a YouTuber. I know nobody likes that name, do they? Influencer, a private life, maybe. If she wants to open up about anything, because we got Paul, which was great last week. So look forward to Kendall coming on. Preview as well. I think we've got a Greenwood and Mulliner show as well. So we've got a lot. And like I say, I do appreciate it if you smack that like. Because I've took a couple of hours to put this together and I've just wanted them one. So thank you if you have. It does mean the world to me because I look back at them later on tonight. So thank you if you are. Gonna love yous and leave yous. Wish for your good health and what have you. See you later, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.